Welcome back to the prison called life. This is DeadMF and we are back again in the prison called life, man. Welcome back, guys. Hope you've been surviving and thriving in the prison called life. Because I've been surviving and thriving, man. Okay? I've been doing good in this jungle, you know? I'm a beast! Anyway, man. Sometimes I get trapped in my own ego. I get so trapped in my own ego, and I think everybody wants the same thing I want, which is truth and freedom, And, I realize that's not the case, man. I mean, it's a human thing to be trapped in your own ego and think everybody wants the same thing you want. But, I realize that some people prefer to be lied to, and they prefer to be slaves, And to be honest, I understand that because there's so much responsibility that comes with knowing the truth and that comes with being free, Even though I'm at a point where I realize freedom doesn't really exist because I didn't choose to be born. I'm not going to choose when I die. So therefore, between life and death, how can I say I'm free when I don't make any choices, So I now realize that, it's much better not to know the truth, and it's much better to actually be enslaved because you don't have to bear the burden of understanding all of this, And then I realized that, human beings, man, there's one thing they cannot handle, and that is loneliness, I mean, that's why we've given up all our power to imaginary beings, I mean, the world is such a big, scary place, We had to imagine that there was somebody looking out for us, You had to imagine that there was an angel watching out for you and guiding you, Yeah, I mean, human beings, man, I mean, to the core, we're still children, It doesn't matter. Even if we get 7 years old, we're still children, You still want somebody to take care of you and to tell you everything is going to be fine, even when the world is going to shit. But somehow you have to believe that everything is going to be fine, and you pray and you hope for the best, And that's slavery, There's a certain level of freedom that comes with understanding that the world is going to shit. And even if it doesn't go to shit anyway, you're gonna die, So what's there to be hoping for and to be crying over about, because all of this is done. As soon as you're born, it's already done anyway, That's just the way I see life, So there's nothing I should pray about when I already know where I'm going, to the grave. What's there to pray about? What's there to hope for when the destination is clear, And, man, I mean, this whole concept of God and giving your power away to an imaginary being, it's never, it has never settled with me in the right way, Because, I mean, for instance, let's imagine that you're taking a test, You're about to write a test, And in order for you to pass that test, you have to study, right? And, you spend all night studying, studying and studying, giving it your all, And you pass, And somebody says, thank God you passed. It's little things like that. Wait a minute. So I studied and I passed, but thank God I passed. What the hell was I doing? Because I'm the one who studied. Why do I have to thank an imaginary being? It's small stuff like that, And the people who believe in these imaginary beings, they cannot answer you when you ask them questions like that, Simple, stupid questions like that, I mean, I plant the seed, I water the seed, the plant grows up. Thank God the plant grew up. Wait a minute, I did the work. What do you mean it's little things like that, that shows me that human beings cannot take accountability, They cannot acknowledge their own power. They cannot acknowledge their own actions, because we're still children at our core. We're still children, man. That's why we have the chance to make this world a beautiful place, but we're still in a jungle. Everybody's competing against each other. We're all fighting for this and that. Children do that. And when times are tough, you kneel down and you pray, God, fix this. And God is like, I'm watching you, asshole, you fix this. Because the thing is, it's just an idea. You made the idea, and for the idea to exist, you have to worship the idea. When you stop worshiping the idea, it no longer exists, because it's all in our minds, man. All of this is all in our minds, it's all in our minds. I mean, we've given our minds away to something, and we have to take back control of our minds, You can never understand, man. You can never understand, because I get it, when you're lonely for a certain amount of time, you end up having an imaginary friend, Now what happens when a population is lonely for a certain amount of time? They end up having an imaginary God, because, you don't know what you're doing here, So you end up looking for guidance from the Holy Father, And we've personified this God, We've made imaginary rules and have said, this is what God wants. No, that's what you want, not what God wants, the sooner we take accountability for our actions, the sooner, the human race gets to actually use common sense, and we make this world a better place, But this is a jungle, man, This is a jungle, and it's never gonna change, Because human beings, we're children, to our very core, we're children, So we give it all up to God and to other imaginary beings, And that's why we'll never be free, man. That's why we'll never be free. Because you cannot handle the fact that you're all alone here, You cannot handle that, that's why we're looking for aliens to come and help us all the time, Are we alone in the universe? Maybe the aliens will come and they'll help us develop our technology. Stupid stuff, man. Anyway, man, take care in the prison called life, You're alone here, so take back your own power. You don't owe anybody anything. Take back your power, and be what you are meant to be. And that's whoever you are. This is Deremef, and I'm signing out.